More than a dozen U.S. state lawmakers and activists launched a hunger strike just outside the White House. They are demanding a permanent ceasefire in Gaza. The strike will run through Friday.
We're actually about to raise our prices.
You know, we just had Thanksgiving. It's a big holiday, and then we have many more holidays coming in December. And so the week after Thanksgiving is a time for people to be distracted and unfocused. There's been so much momentum building to stop the bombing, to stop the killing in Gaza, all across this country and in so many countries across the world. And we wanted to make sure that people didn't lose sight of it in this week of distraction. We are hunger striking as a way of amplifying that, yes, that Palestinians are being bombed and killed, but they're also being starved, and so many of them are on the brink of starvation. The deaths of children in Gaza in the last 7 weeks, this is significantly more than twice the number of children killed in the last year across 24 war zones. This is not normal. We've never seen so many journalists killed. We've never seen so many UN workers killed. We've never seen so many doctors killed. This is not necessary losses, civilian casualties. This is something else, and it's not making anyone safer. You know, we have an enormous amount of power with Israel as America in terms of our support and our military funding, and we have to say the killing has to stop, and we have to start laying the foundation what can eventually, far down the road, lead to peace. And this killing is taking us farther away from peace and security, not only for Palestinians but for Israelis.
I'm hopeful that President Biden will listen to Americans, because Americans have been shown in poll after poll to support a ceasefire. 68% of Americans want a ceasefire. 80% of Democrats, more than 50% of Republicans and independents want a ceasefire. This is the mainstream position. This is a president who ran saying that he would bring back America's moral standing in the world. There is no morality in allowing for civilians to be killed. And we know that when this pause ends, the Israeli military plans on escalating its bombing campaign.
The idea behind it is that our government is not listening to what the majority of Americans want. Poll after poll is showing that the vast majority of Americans across party lines support a ceasefire and want our government to call for a ceasefire. And so we are out here on the first day of our 5-day hunger strike telling President Biden and the Biden administration and Congress that we need them to call for a ceasefire, that is the only way we can stop the murder, the destruction of Palestinian life. And already we've seen over 14,000 Palestinians have been killed by Israel's bombing, over 6,000 children, and this is happening with U.S. complicity, with U.S. encouragement and support. And we're saying we refuse to be part of that complicity.